Okay, it is time for the Disc Golf Valley Daily Challenge, February 2nd, 2025. Today we're playing Lakeside, Tahoe Park, and Coyote Canyon. We need 11 under for Diamond. We'll play it first time through, one time through. Let's see how it goes. Lakeside 8, fun to take an ace run, but I usually don't. So just take this Explorer, take the bottom chevron, even with the bottom of the island, just a little bit off to the right of the island, and power it down so the top of the disc is just a little bit past the second Wi-Fi bar. That will have no chance of going in, but it will be safe essentially 100% of the time. Of course, you have to adjust for wind and so forth. Hole 6, I do take an ace run at with the Explorer again. Put the bottom chevron even with the bottom of this Mando sign, but out here near the tip of the Mando sign, and then put some anhyzer on it. That was a little too much anhyzer, but far better to be too much than too little. If you get too little, you can scoot behind those trees and give yourself a very difficult throw in for birdie. And finishing Lakeside with hole 5, so always a challenge to get the water skip right, but here's the water skip gold. Sliding left, aiming over here, go not quite flat, a little bit of anhyzer. All right, that's going to be way left of where we want to be, so we're going to have a really long throw in if we even get safe. Looks like we're safe, barely. Actually saved us from a long throw in because it was so bad. So only 61 feet, but we are below the basket. So a little more than 60 feet of power. And we'll take the eagle. Just needed a little more turn on that drive to make it safe. All right, Tahoe, hole 3. I'll go sticky rive here, bottom chevron at the basket height, and out here to the right. Throw it flat, or I think you saw I put a little bit of anhyzer on that. And just check up near the basket. I used to throw recoil on this hole, but I just came up short and in the hazard bunker a few times in a row, and so I said, you know what, I'm just gonna disc up to the sticky rive. All right, hole 1. I'll go glide sapphire in this wind. Might be able to get there with a musket, but I take the top chevron and put it about between these bushes, and a little bit of anhyzer, very little anhyzer with the left to right wind here, and that should be fine. A 43 footer, chevron below the band, and we're good for birdie there. Where are these eagles we're supposed to get? Oh, we got one eagle. Okay, so there's one more expected eagle to get to that 11 diamond. All right, hole 5, I slide left and take my sticky musket. Usually put the bottom chevron on this shadow, but with a 3 wind, I'm going to put it below the shadow just because of the extra lift. And then I'm going to give this a lot of anhyzer because of that 3 wind. Usually don't need don't need anywhere near that much anhyzer. Just a little bit of anhyzer in a 1 and 2 wind, but in the 3, obviously, we had to get it over there. That's great to have a 40 footer in a 3 wind. We'll take that every day on that hole. And finishing up on Coyote Canyon. Here's the other expected eagle. This is tough with the 3 wind right to left and a little bit in our head. So I'm not going to go right side here. I'm going to go left side, which means I put the bottom chevron here at the little notch in this pillar. And with this wind, I'm going to give it some hyzer to fight the wind. That looks perfect. Give us a good skip, no dead skip. All right, now stay away from the wall. Oh my goodness. We got too close to the wall. Can we still make it? Let's try it. Oh, that was a little bit fortunate. You know you can get in bad spots there on that hole. All right, hole 7 with a 3 tailwind. Usually, so I almost always take my light glide drive here and slide right. Usually, in most winds, I'm aiming super low and giving it a ton of hyzer. In this wind, I'm just going to aim really high and just let it stall out with this wind. Just let the wind carry that disc all the way to the basket. Can get lucky once in a while and have it go in. And just throw it up in the air and let the wind carry it all the way over there and use that huge backstop. All right, 3 headwind, 44 feet. Get that chevron below the band. All right, 1 hole to go. Can we preserve that diamond for today? Hole 6, a 2 wind, glide musket, forehand, slide right, aim point down about here, and give it some anhyzer. And then hopefully just skid up about pin high. That actually checked up way short, but that's okay. It's a 48 footer. And hopefully don't have to adjust too much from there. Should have waited for a lower sway there. I knew it was a little high, but the great catching chains bailed us out. Old chains that probably wouldn't have stuck, but we'll take it. So 11 under, we made diamond. Let me know in the comments how you did, and we will see you tomorrow.